Hello there, Dan the Weatherman here. Welcome to my weather show. This is the global edition where we take a look at things going on around the globe. The big story this week, of course, has been heat. Record heat this year, of course, across the entire globe was another record year. Not quite topped number, but it was literally 6 on the scale. It was literally only down to La Nina that kept it from being one of the warmest years ever. And in some countries, New Zealand, China, it has been the warmest year ever, 2021. Not just, of course, the atmosphere. We also know that the oceans had another record year. The heat in the oceans, the carbon sinks, and you just look at the temperatures, the colors there above normal. There's plenty of that. And as we know, in the middle layers of the atmosphere, that is just continuing to form that warm air, really changing and affecting our weather systems. Take, for instance, in the northern hemisphere, this is the cold air. The blue is the cold air, the polar vortex. Used to be this big solid thing. Nowadays, it's looking like a nibble piece of Swiss cheese because you've got less sea ice in places. And notice the northern parts of the Atlantic, Pacific Ocean, surges of warm air. And you see these little lumps of blue. That's what we call nowadays cross-polar flow. Surges coming of warm air into Siberia and boom, straight across. And it just looks more ragged and, if anything, more moth-eaten, even though you are still going to be seeing some surges of cold to North America and eastern parts of Europe over the course of the coming week. We look at temperature. There's plenty of warmth as you head further south. Australia, 50.7, equaling the warmest day ever, and not just one location to Western Australia. There were 3 this time, and it's all down to a big, as usual, mountain of warm air. It's the mid layers of the atmosphere. That heat just doesn't dissipate. The mountain of warm air sitting across Western Australia, sitting there. We had as well a tropical cyclone, Tiffany. With that, it fuel injected, literally, boom, pushed the flow straight from the interior to, of course, give those temperatures equaling the hottest ever for Australia. That will change as the remnants of Tiffany then bring some wetter weather, cooler conditions with the rain to central parts of Australia. We, of course, had the fading tropical cyclone Cody there, and put your eyes right here. Boom! Look at that explosion. That's not cloud. That is the eruption of Hunga Tonga volcano to the north of Tonga and, of course, north of New Zealand there, sending out shockwaves of tsunamis. That will be continuing, unfortunately, over the next several days. That's how it's looking for now. See you again soon. Bye-bye.